I don't have much to say. I know people want me to talk about it because, like, hey, you talk about tokenization a lot, but it's not much I can say that I haven't already said. When this got announced who the voice actress was, I already knew what time it was. I already knew what time it was. And it is what it is. Y'all know how I feel about Miles Morales, other Spider folk that, you know, just exist. They cheapen Spider-Man's brand so much that they're giving them to everybody. Everybody is a Spider person in the Spider-Verse, and it's just the dumbest thing. Got Transformer Spider-Man, Spider-Man that's a Spider person that's a they them in a wheelchair, web slinging from her crutches and stuff. Like Liberace gay Spider-Man, you know, none of it makes any sense. But when you can just say, hey, we can have a Spider person that's based on this, then that's what you do. And that's really what the Spider-Verse introduced. Hell, that's what Miles Morales himself is a kind of a product of, was well, his was to specifically check a box. I have a video coming out, data-driven video that's coming out about that. But it ain't about whether I hate or like, or, you know, you hate or like these characters. It's just what it is. This trailer apparently came out, and you have the direct reporting. Yeah, that Issa Rae's Spider-Woman is, it's a black Spider-Woman, and it looks like she's pregnant as well. Like you do remember in the books, you know, you had the pregnant Spider-Woman. Yeah, so she is Jessica Drew, though. Like, it wasn't like another Spider-Woman that they were kind of bringing in. It was so she's black Jessica Drew. With the fro and shit, which, you know, here she is, whatever, check her out. But that's who it is. By all accounts, this was being reported by even the Shield media. Needless to say, this version of Jessica Drew is vastly different from her comic counterpart. Oh, no stuff. Let's say that. Look, really the only reason I'm showing you this is because this whole, oh, well, tokenization is the best person for the job, getting the job. And that's a lie. That couldn't be anything further from the truth. Just considering how Hollywood casts. They do not cast people based on having, like, it's not like a free-for-all. Every cast is done purposely. Any of you guys that have been actors or actresses along the way, if you've been in part of production stuff, there may be a position or two where they're like, hey, we're not as specific as what it is that we need. But for actual big roles, especially roles that are based on source material, if they're going to change the race of the person, they're already seeking that out. Like when we saw that when the casting call, we covered it on this channel with DC's Birds of Prey, and they specifically sought out a biracial Black Canary. They wanted that. That was something that they sought out. So if there is someone that, even if you like the actress or actor, you say Heimdall and Thor, you like, what's his name, so much, Idris Elba, you love him so much, he's a great actor. And I'm not saying that he's a bad actor. I'm just saying that, well, he was slid into that role, ironically being, of all people, Heimdall, who's like, his name in Norse mythology is like the whitest of the gods or something like that, ironically. But either way, you know, he was purposely slid into that role. Okay, that can be said for every single tokenization that exists, every single race swap, sexual. It's purposeful, and it's purposely done by the production companies or the company that owns the IP or whatever. They do that purposely. You can't deny it now because it's happened in animation more than one time. We talked about the tokenization in He-Man. We talked, and then you have this right now. So what do you have to fall back on now? Because you have an animated version of the character. Okay, so what we're showing you right here is a animated version of this character. It's animated. So they have even if you're gonna have a black person voice them, like there's black people that have voiced white characters and vice versa, right? It's happened, but the character on screen can remain that. But that's not what you did. You made the character itself in the animation, dude. I was right. I don't know what else to say, bro. I don't know what else to say. It's what it has always been, and it's what it's going to always be. Me being correct on this issue or subject of tokenization. If you like these goofy versions of these characters, it's not like y'all read books anyway. We're talking about Spider-Verse movie. That's the normie medium, right? That's the normie digestible medium. It's going to be films and TV. So these guys don't have a frame of reference. They don't care. So whatever, if you like it, you like it. Like if there's something that you enjoy, you like it for the animation, that's fine. But what you can't say is on the actual subject of what it is that I'm talking about, I have ever been incorrect on this. I've never been incorrect. I've called it right down the middle. And these may be, let's say, social political views, whether it be with the whole representation stuff that you agree with. Just say that. Just up and say that, like, this is something that you prefer. It validates what you believe because little Johnny or little Sarah can now see him, they themselves in a character, because apparently the only way to like a character is if you have the same race as them, which is stupid. But what you can't say is that these tokenizations aren't done with purpose. Miles himself was created to check a box. That's not my opinion, that's a fact. But let's step aside from that. Now you have a character that's significant and vastly different from their counterpart, and we're not even talking about live action. We're talking about an animation. So it's as blatant as it possibly can be. It's what it is. Be mad at me all you like. I was right. Wherever you're viewing the content, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, you may be interested in my comic book company, Rippaverse Comics. Our first book and campaign, ISOM #1, brought in $3.7 million with tens of thousands of satisfied customers. Visit Rippaverse.com to check out our store and stay up to date with the latest campaigns from one of the hottest new comic book companies. Also, my first big step towards a parallel economy was the development of my personal website, ericdjuly.com. This entirely replaced my Patreon. Now, if you enjoy this content, please consider becoming a member over at the website. We have an ever-expanding list of perks for various membership tiers, a forum, and a phone app. Some of these perks will even benefit you if you're fans of the Rippaverse. Anyway, I appreciate you so much for being a supporter and or customer. I even got a little love for my haters.